And three, two, one.
Hey everyone, it's John, your Indian Cinemaniac, with another 10-ish minute review. That's right. This one's going to be 10-ish minute because this one's only me. I'm doing one shortly with Chris Coker. So I'm excited about that. But the one I watched, and I watched this because someone recommended OMG 2, Oh My God 2. So I said it's not available to watch yet, streaming. So I figured I'd watch the first one, OMG, Oh My God. And this movie came out in, I got my notes here. Oh, it doesn't have the year. I'm not sure of the year. So before I get to that, as always, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and please, if you would, smash that like button because it does make a difference. We've only got a couple more weeks left of the Ralph sabbatical, so we're going to have the whole team back in September. But in the meantime, I'll just keep this. I'll keep this content coming. So, OMG, it was directed by Umesh Shukla. It stars Paresh Rawal, Akshay Kumar, who I just saw in Suryavanshi in the Singham universe, who I really like. And I know I've seen him some other things, but I didn't know much about him. I really liked him in the movie I watched. And Mithun Chakraborty. Now, this movie is based on The Man Who Sued God, which starred Billy Connolly. It was an Australian film made in 2001. And I wasn't sure where this movie was going to go. And let me say up front, I'm not an extremely religious person. I do believe in God. I do believe that when we die, we go to some higher place. I do believe that. So I wasn't sure if this was going to be pro-religion, anti-religion. And I'll get to that in a second. I'm going to cut my portion. I'm going to cut this a little bit short because I'm not excuse me. I'm not sure. First of all, let me say this. I might as well get this right out of the way. I really like this movie. I found it charming. I thought the actor. Now I love Akshay Kumar, who played God, basically, I thought was great. And he wasn't in it that much, to be honest with you. It kind of reminded me of the old God with George Burns, which I think was 77, maybe 78. But the actor, Paresh Rawal, who played the lead character, was just, I just found him very likable. His name was Kanji, and he was funny. So he sells this. Who is that back there? Oh, that's Fenway, you guys. Fenway's barking at the front door. Anyway, he's got a shop where he sells idols of gods, all different gods, and it starts off with him with a bottle of holy water, filling it with tap water. So that kind of tells you where he sits religiously. And through circumstances, he offends God. And there's a giant earthquake, and his is the only place that gets wrecked, his shop. So as a result of that, he decides he's going to sue God, every version of God. And of course, all the religious leaders who are taking all the money and all the tributes from people don't want him to do this. And it's a court case, and he goes to court, and it's just it's just a wonderful film. I got to tell you, it really surprised me. There's a scene. I mean, this is kind of the stuff that's going on. So the insurance company won't pay him off because they say it's an act of God. That's how he gets the idea to sue God. Well, when he's talking to the insurance people, he starts slapping everybody. He goes, that was an act of God. And he's slapping everybody. So that's where it starts. Now he goes to court, and first people are against him, and they're trying to stop him, everybody. But as he starts talking about his the reason why he's suing, they start to get on his side. And one of the religious leaders had long hair, but he was always doing this. He was always doing this. He was very creepy, And that end of it here's my take on the religious aspect of it. Because Akshay's character, who is God, says that it's not just one God, right? It's every religion's God. But every religious leader they showed, other than Akshay, who was God, was kind of not very nice. And it was almost a caricature of particular religions. Now, I don't know how that went over in India and if people took offense to that. It worked for the plot of the movie because he actually is the lead character is basically an atheist, a self-described atheist for most of the film. And it's only Kanji. And even God tells him that that's okay. Being an atheist is okay because it just means you question things. And the movie ends up, he finally realizes that Akshay is really God. And the way he wins the case, which I thought was wonderful, he read 3 different books, the Bible, the Quran, and I'm sorry about the one book. I can't remember the name of it. Gita, I think it was called Gita. And that's how he comes up with the answers to win the case. And it was the text of those books that ended up winning it. And I really liked that. And there was a couple of really great scenes when he walked out of the courtroom the first time feeling pretty good about himself. And he walks out and there's, I don't know how many people, 100 people ready to kill him because they don't want him doing this. Now, that ends up turning around later on in the movie. And then the scene where they introduce Akshay's character, which I think it was Kishan. I think that's what it was. He's on a motorcycle, and the motorcycle was a very expensive motorcycle they made for this film. And he literally drives down the side of a building. But his character was just so likable. The way he showed up every time, and he just had this like presence, and I use the word too much, but a charming presence. And he ends up befriending this guy, and he works with him to solve it. And he ends up like turning the guy into a believer, basically, is what ends up happening. So I just, and again, this is a really short review. I just really like this movie, and I can't wait to see the sequel. I love that actor who played the lead, and I thought Akshay was great also. I would like to hear, because I read some reviews on it, and it's funny. They were either, this was on IDMB, so it was either a 9 or 10, or a 1 or a 2. And the 1s or 2s were really about the propaganda against religion, organized religion. And I will say that for half the movie, it really felt like that, like religion is just, organized religion is just a bad thing. And the message of the movie is religion is a good thing when it works for the benefit of the people and not for the benefit of the leaders. And I think that's a message everyone can get into. But I would like to hear from you in the comment section. What was your take on the religious angle, how it handled religion? Because it did. I mean, the religious leaders were, cartoon cutouts of religious leaders. Like I said, that one guy, he was always, it was very creepy, very creepy. But somebody, Nishan, recommended this. He actually recommended the sequel, but since I couldn't get it, I said I'm going to watch this one, and I liked it. It was a feel good movie, and when the movie was over, you had a good feeling. And I love movies like that. That when you walk out, you get a smile on your face. So 5 Ladus for me, okay? 5 Ladus, and I am going to see the sequel because I want to see Akshay come back. So that's it. That's my 10-ish minute review, and I think this one was 10-ish minutes. So thanks for watching, everybody. And again, if you like this stuff, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, hit the like button, and please share it with people. We're trying to build our subscription base, and maybe that will help. Hey, thanks again, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.